Warning, the following presentation contains cold, hard truths that might change the way you think. Viewer discretion won't do you any good now.
8 years ago, I made a video defending Star Wars: The Last Jedi. But on my 37th viewing of the movie, I finally realized that it's not very good. Because now I just have so many questions while watching it. Let's start with probably the most important thing in the film. Why did the bombs fall straight down if they are in outer space? The filmmakers might not be aware of this, but space does not actually have gravity. I learned that from watching The Magic School Bus. Now, Star Wars is normally a very scientifically accurate series. The Force is totally real and backed by real science. So why didn't they explain how the bombs work? In the movie Oppenheimer, we got a lot of backstory into who designed the bomb and the challenges they faced when designing it. They should have just learned from that movie. I know the Last Jedi Visual Dictionary says the bombs are magnetically drawn to their targets, but I don't care. I'm gonna try my best to move on from this, but it's really important. When we see General Hux, he's not wearing his hat. What happened to the hat? I liked that hat. Where is Finn's catheter bag for when he has to go to the bathroom in the Bacta suit? There's a lot of tubes, but we don't know which one is the catheter. Why didn't they explain this? The character of Snoke doesn't make sense. First he's really big, then he's a huge head, then he's a tall guy. I can't follow this. And where is Snoke's bathroom? He's in a bathrobe, but we never see his bathroom. This is widely regarded as one of the major flaws of this movie. In fact, no one goes to the bathroom in this movie. Like, once. I know we don't really see that happen in most movies, but still. When Kylo smashes his helmet, why didn't he use his leg strength to crush it instead? Doesn't he have legs? And why are there little blue lights in the background? I think these should have been red instead. And why are there little white circles? This is just so unexplained. When Leia slaps Poe, why doesn't he slap her back? And why didn't Leia kick him in the nuts? And if she's demoting him, why doesn't she rip the badge off his lapel and then stuff it into his mouth? This was really confusing. The whole story of Luke training Rey on Ahch-To did not make any sense. Why didn't Chewie get in on the training too? Or R2-D2? Or the fish nuns? Why wasn't Luke training them to be Jedi? How much money did this little Mark Hamill alien think he was gonna get from BB-8? This part was not explained enough. What does he need the money for? I just don't know, but it's really important. How come Rey didn't cut the rocks first? Why did she stop at the rock? And why doesn't Luke say anything in this scene? How come he didn't go up to her and say, "Yes, my young Padawan, you are strong, but not as strong as me, because I am a man, and you are not"? Why didn't we get any backstory into who this guy is? I was really invested in this guy. When the rebels were being chased by the First Order's big ship, why couldn't they just go away from it? Why are there so many holes in DJ's sock? Why doesn't he just steal some new socks? That's actually a serious question. What's up with the sock? Why didn't the Force-sensitive stable boy have a name? Finn and Rose could have said, "Hey, what's your name?" And the kid could have said, "I'm Darth Revan." When Luke walks in on Rey and Kylo touching fingers, why didn't he jerk off to this instead? Why didn't Luke just kill Rey when they were fighting? It doesn't make sense. The scene of Luke holding the saber over Kylo was actually not bad. I just think it should have been somebody else holding the saber. Like maybe Reese. Or there could have been a line where Kylo said no and took the saber and killed Luke. Why didn't Yoda show up earlier and train Rey? Why didn't Yoda show up earlier and kill Rey? How come we never see Luke's dick? Why didn't Holdo tell Poe the plan? Why is a gay man being shoved into the corner? Why didn't Nien Nunb stand up and remind us that he defeated the Death Star and he knows how to beat these guys? Get the rebels going. Why didn't Nien Nunb go to Canto Bight? Why didn't Nien Nunb go to Ahch-To in the first place and get trained by Luke? Why didn't Finn and Rose meet up with Nien Nunb in the prison cell instead of DJ? In Rey's escape pod, where's the catheter? I see no catheter. In the throne room scene, why did it go all slow motion? Was this an editing mistake that they just left in by accident? I don't get it. When Holdo split the ship, where was the sound? I think Rian Johnson just forgot to put the sound in. And I think when they screened the movie, they just didn't care and just left it like that. Also, why didn't they go back in time and make this happen in A New Hope? Why didn't George Lucas know ahead of time that Rian Johnson was going to do this and make the necessary adjustments to the earlier films? Why isn't this Hoth? What is this salt planet? Who cares about salt? Why didn't they go back to Hoth? Why didn't Luke physically show up and go pew 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 and take out all the walkers just like when I play with my action figures? Why did Luke die a virgin? Rian Johnson actually tried to make Luke gay. There's a deleted scene where he tells Rey about his boyfriend Biggs. And last but not least, whatever happened to a man? As you can see, there are just way too many questions that pop up when you watch this movie. If Rian Johnson did his research and watched the 7 films that came before it, maybe the movie would be good. Fortunately, people all across YouTube are very savvy and have saved us the headache of trying to comprehend this movie. I, for one, would like to thank Geeks and Gamers and Vito for showing us the truth. Thanks for watching. Arrest Rian Johnson. Arrest Kathleen Kennedy. Pedro Pascal ruined The Mandalorian. Oppenheimer rules.